What's going on, guys? This is YJ Football, I'm Yaz, and welcome to today's unboxing. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm really excited for this unboxing today. In this box, we've got a pair of the Nike Phantom Venom Elite football boots, the brand new football boots that were just released by Nike. So I finally managed to get my hands on a pair of these, and I'm really excited to get into them. But before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you never miss any of our future videos. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. So I got these in a size 9.5 US for about 320 New Zealand dollars off Nike.com. So getting into the box, it's a pretty standard silver Nike box with all the elite boots. And opening these up. Here we have the first Phantom Venom football boot. It looks really good. I'll just grab the next one. Again, with just like the Nike high-end football boots, you do have a really cool drawstring bag. They've changed the design for this, obviously, to accommodate for the Phantom Venoms. So they've got a big target-like graphic on the middle with a big Phantom Venom branding as well, with black, red, and silver colors. Looks amazing. I'm really happy with this. With the Phantom Venoms, all I can say is, hats off to Nike. As sad as I am to see the Hypervenoms go, I'm actually really happy that the ones replacing the Hypervenoms are these brand new Phantom Venom boots. To be honest, I think it's a really good direction from Nike, kind of stepping away from the recent trends with the high-cut collared football boots and going back to something that was a fan favorite back in the day with the T90, kind of incorporating some of that power and precision-based design elements into this brand new Phantom Venom boot. And I think they look really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. They look really awesome. And even though these may look like a complete overhaul on the Hypervenom design, it's actually a lot more similar than you think. Nike have actually implemented a lot of the same technology from the Hypervenoms into these Phantom Venom boots. For starters, Nike have still implemented a flyknit construction for the whole boot, just like the Hypervenoms, and they've also got a thin layer of Nike skin on top. And the layer of Nike skin on top changes depending on the area of the boot. And to start with, we're going to take a look at the main focus of this boot and the part that makes it look like the T90, which is the strike zone. Nike have actually gone and increased the striking zone of this boot by doing two things. One is that they've actually off-centered the laces, so you've got more room across the top of the boot. And they've also incorporated an extra layer of Nike flyknit. It's sort of like a lace cover on the bottom half of the lacing system. So overall, you've got a lot more room to work with. So I imagine these would be really nice to shoot with. The striking zone on the Phantom Venom are outlined by this thick black line that runs all the way across. And on top of this black outline, there's this Phantom Venom branding here, with Venom spelled V-N-M, no vowels, which is kind of weird, but we'll go with it. And on the medial side, you've got the name for this striking zone, which is the Precision Power Striking Zone, and power spelled P-W-R, again, no vowels. In total, there are 13 elements on the strike zone of these boots. And when you move from the middle of the boot to the outside, these bumps actually change in terms of thickness and height. So towards the middle of the boot, you've got a bit more raised up a bump, and it gets shallower towards the middle, and again, a lot thicker and longer towards the middle, towards the outside of the boot. Now, Nike have actually come out and made some really bold claims about the benefits that these boots offer. They actually say that the boots will help you with a more powerful and precise shot, and that the strike zone is strategically designed to offer optimal shooting. So, well, I guess we'll have to wait and actually find out when we test them. So keep an eye out for our review. Moving away from the strike zone and looking at the toe box area, the toe box is kind of covered with this almost thin rubbery like material. It sort of reminds me of the Predator 18.1's material, but a little bit thinner. And the texture on this is really cool. It's like a very small, thin-walled honeycomb texture that runs all across the top and front of the toe box. It's really cool to touch, and the texture it offers is really nice. And because of this texture at the front of the boot, I assume that little small touches you take while trying to keep control of the ball will be really nice with these boots. The rest of the upper on the Phantom Venom that goes from the outside of the boot, around the heel, and towards the back there, are all made up of that Nike skin type material on top of the flyknit. It's a little bit smoother to touch, and it's got a little bit of a stickiness to it, I think, a little bit of grip. And on the lacing system and the tongue of the boot, you do have the exposed raw flyknit, which is really soft and nice. It feels exactly like the Mercurial Superflies or Vapors if you felt them. And lastly, on the heel you do have an ACC logo, so if you're into ACC and you like it, these boots have them. Anyway, getting to my favorite part of this boot, other than the strike zone of course, is actually the Nike Swoosh. If you take a closer look, it's got a very cool diamond edged kind of design texture that you can feel, and when you move it around, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see the different edges kind of popping out like it's 3D. It's really cool, and I think it adds to the high-end look of these Phantom Venom Elites. And even the color in the Swoosh, it's not like a solid color, it's actually like a mix of glittery silver and grey, kind of like iron sand if you've seen that in real life. It looks very similar to that. And looking at the sole plate, that thick black line that we saw on the upper kind of runs all the way around the sole plate like an outline where it connects with the rest of the boot, and it kind of gives me vibes like Spider-Man or Stranger Things on Netflix. The sole plate is actually more of a pink than the bright kind of crimson red on the upper, and it also has a matte finish on the bottom as well. And the stud pattern actually consists of 14 bladed studs in a very symmetrical orientation, and they go in pairs of 2 all the way from the toe to the heel. And they look very, very close to the Hypervenom Elite 3s, so I imagine that they would feel very similar on the pitch and perform similar as well. I think that sums up our unboxing and first impressions of the Phantom Venom Elites. These are a really cool boot, and like I said before, I think Nike's going in a really good direction, bringing back something we loved in terms of power boots, bringing the design elements of the T90 range, and also keeping the modern technologies from the Hypervenoms within this new Phantom Venom boot. I'm really looking forward to testing these out, so keep an eye out for the review. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe over here if you already haven't by clicking the big YJ Football logo, check out some of our other unboxing videos in the top link there, and some of our full reviews on the bottom link there. Thanks so much for watching guys, I'll see you guys next time.